What is going on, guys? Chris here, or MightyFurtado, and I was actually going to make a Chen updated guide for the new patch that actually went live today. And I was actually in the process of making. I was trying out a couple new talents, kind of looking at my old guide that I had for him, and I'm actually going to put this on hold for probably a couple days or so until I kind of get everything set in stone and try out to see if it's actually good. But I actually want to discuss something for you guys today, and it's regarding this patch. And I was actually reading a thread on the Heroes of the Storm subreddit titled, actually let me get it up for you guys, sorry. A plea to Blizzard on balancing must-pick talents and must-pick builds. I'll leave the link down in the description down below so you guys can actually check it out and give a read for it yourself. But I actually kind of want to summarize a too long didn't read post. If a hero has a must-pick talent, but is not overpowered even with those talents, then nerfing or removing those talents without compensation will destroy that hero. In that situation, the must-pick talents is at the appropriate level of strength. It's the other talents which are too weak. The solution is to buff other talents to the same level of viability. If a hero has one viable build and you nerf that build, you haven't made his other unpickable builds pickable. You've just made the hero unpickable. And like I said, I'll leave that down in the description down below. And a lot of people are pretty pissed off at this patch. It's the Lost Vikings patch. There were a lot of nerf to some unneeded champions. And at the beginning of the thread, Blizzard themselves, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe what this guy has said, Blizzard doesn't like must-pick talents. So I guess they don't like people going for that one OP build. And what this guy's saying in this thread is for this to work, Blizzard shouldn't really kind of destroy that build. They should kind of rework that character on their other options to make it so people can actually choose those other options and actually make it viable. So for example, I'll bring up a situation even though that doesn't happen. Okay, let's say if Vala, for example, were to get her multi-shot build nerf. Okay, they obviously don't like her multi-shot build. They don't like people sticking to just multi-shot. What they would have to do in that situation is like, okay, we don't like multi-shot too much. Everybody's using it. There really aren't no other backup builds, even though there is the Manticore build that I actually talked about in my recent multi-builds video. And so in order to nerf that multi-build, we shouldn't really destroy it to the point where nobody's going to use it without buffing up anything else. And so what Blizzard really has to do is like, okay, since we're going to nerf this multi-shot build, we'll nerf a couple abilities here and there. We kind of have to make it viable to include other options so people can either go for multi-build still, but it won't be as strong, but it's still a viable option. And they also have to kind of make it so, okay, people can actually choose another way to go for their character, choose other talents, so people can actually choose this viable build too. They kind of have to make it so, let's not destroy that entire build. Let's make it possible so people can choose multiple builds that are kind of in the meta and that are still viable in either normal gameplay or competitive such pro gameplay. And it kind of pisses me off because I think this is probably one of the patches that I've disliked the most throughout playing Heroes of the Storm. I've only been playing it since around June. And there were unnecessary changes to some of the heroes such as Chen, Murky, Tyrael. I believe some people were complaining about Arthas, but I think Arthas wasn't too bad. But like the three unwanted changes for some of these heroes were Chen, Tyrael, which actually removed I forget what the ability was. It was the push away ability, I think, that you can get at level 13. If I can try to read it off this thread, I can... Oh, Cast Aside, that's what it was called. I think it was a level 13 or 16 talent that you could choose from. And even Murky got nerfed. You guys can check out the thread, look at the comments. But I feel like Blizzard doesn't know how to balance some of these things. And I think this is something that they have to work on. I've tweeted at several of the... some of the heads over there at Blizzard, and I've tweeted them, why don't you guys make a PTR so some of the competitive players or some of the content creators who make these videos for Heroes of the Storm who kind of have an idea, because they have such knowledge of this game, to actually try out some of these balance changes before they actually make it onto the live servers, probably about a week or two in advance, so they can give their feedback, and hopefully you can take that feedback into consideration and kind of actually implement these changes before they go live without kind of hurting the game or some of the heroes in general, and just kind of making it a lot easier for people not to complain on the Heroes of the Storm subreddit, since their favorite champions got nerfed. And I kind of agree with some of these people. A lot of these nerfs were unaccounted for, and they weren't really needed because Blizzard don't like must pick talents. They want to see multiple talents being chosen, not the same ones all the time. And like the guy said at the end of his thing, they kind of have to make it viable. Okay, we'll nerf this, but we have to compensate it for example. So I'm hoping Blizzard can do something in the near future, because from the way it is right now, we're getting patches once a month. For a game that's in beta, especially by Blizzard, I'm not too sure how big the dev team is for Heroes of the Storm. But, I don't know how big it is. But getting a patch once a month for a game in beta, I'm not too sure if that's really kind of worth it. Not really like a big patch. I think, what they're doing is setting out like a whole big patch for once a month, obviously introducing a new hero, a couple of new features, and the only feature that there's kind of two features that they introduced here, was the introduction of the Lost Vikings, as well as the whole profile UI visual update. So I think Blizzard should maybe kind of, release like a big patch introducing new content to the game, and kind of, release a minor patch, kind of giving some balance changes to heroes, because once a month changes, that big content patch that gets updated or uploaded once a month, and especially if they nerf heroes such as Murky, Tyrael, and Shen, like this patch, who knows what they're going to do next patch with the nerfs. It really depends if Blizzard wants to listen to the feedback that they're getting from the community. It could kind of suck, because people will lose faith. They're not playing their favorite champions anymore, and they're kind of getting fed up with Blizzard and what they're doing. And in my honest opinion, I feel like Blizzard is kind of late into the mobile market. But since Blizzard has such a big following, and obviously a lot of people love World of Warcraft, they love Diablo, they love StarCraft, and who doesn't want to play as their favorite characters for some of these games? I feel like Blizzard kind of really, really, really has to listen to the feedback they're getting, and maybe they should actually talk to some of these people who create content for their game, some of these competitive players, some of these YouTubers, some of these live streamers like Twitch that actually produce content for their game and getting their game's name out there. I think they should actually kind of listen to some of these people. I'm not saying, okay, let's fly them out so they can try out some of these builds or something, but kind of get them involved, because these are the people who actually care about your game and that are going to get your game out there because they like the game, they like the community, they love the staff and what they're doing with the game. And, I feel like, they say that they're listening to some of the feedback that they're getting, but I feel like it's not enough. And for some people, they might not like what Blizzard's doing with the game so far because of these changes and stuff like that. And people are just going to lose faith in the game, and they can just go back to League of Legends. And obviously, if they go back to League of Legends, they're going to complain about, stupid stuff in solo queue and ranked and whatever. Or they can go to Dota or Smite or any other MOBA. But I feel like this is Blizzard's chance to actually show that, okay, this, they don't like calling it a MOBA, it's a Heroes Brawler game. This could be our chance to shine. This game could get a huge following because a lot of people want to play as their favorite, World of Warcraft players, Diablo, StarCraft, or even the Lost Vikings. And I just think that Blizzard has to listen to their audience a little bit more. They're just got to step it up a little bit, And hopefully they do, and hopefully this game becomes one of the best MOBA hero brawlers there is out there. Because I've had a lot of fun with the game, even though I've been playing it since June. I take a couple breaks here and there because it is beta. There isn't really a lot of content in the game just yet. The Hero League system isn't that good. I think the Hero League system should be like Dota 2 and League of Legends. They should kind of take notes on these other games and kind of see why it's so successful. Because even though League of Legends is where it is right now, obviously being it's not the first MOBA, obviously, but being is as big as it is, they obviously kind of listen to their fans, and their fans give them the valuable feedback. So hopefully Blizzard can do this right, and a lot of people can enjoy this game, because it's a game that I've been waiting for since they announced it, and I really hope that it gets a lot of attention soon. So anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I will leave a link down in the description down below for you guys to kind of check out the thread and some of the comments that some of the people are saying, and hopefully Blizzard can smarten up, and I'm not saying it as a bad thing, but hopefully they can listen a lot more to the feedback that they're getting from the community. Anyways, guys, this is Chris or MightyFurtado. I'll see you guys for the next video. Take it easy.